Okay, I think that the current situation in Turkey has to do with the neoliberal turn, which was actually instigated by a military coup in Turkey, and it was not a soft transition as some of the theories of neoliberalism would have us believe. In Chile, Argentina, and Turkey, neoliberalism was implemented by the military dictatorship itself through a coup that not only devastated the lives of thousands of people, but also banned labor unions and the leftist parties and cleared the political scene for the implementation of structural adjustment packages that were imposed by the IMF and the World Bank. And the last coup in Turkey, which was in 1980, which lasted until 1983, was enough to transform the whole economy from an import substituting economy to a market integrated global economy. But since we had the war with the Kurdish movement that lasted for 15 years, the real neoliberal societal transformation, I would say, was implemented by Recep Tayyip Erdogan's AKP government starting from the year 2000s. That's when the political subjectivities changed, and even the alternative horizon of socialism was erased, using, of course, religion, tradition, and developmentalism as a cover to privatize livelihoods in Turkey. And I think the Erdogan's success in achieving some sort of new hegemony in Turkey was due to the availability of cheap credit on the international market, which then became unavailable because of the 2008 bubble in the US that had its, of course, effect on global markets. And so the neoliberal discourse progressively failed to appeal to the electorate and to the people because it was no longer delivering the possibility of turning everybody into an entrepreneur and risking their lives, risking the fact that there was no social security anymore. This became a much more precarious game, and so the turn to more outright fascistic repressive politics, I believe, is a continuation of the marketization and financialization of Turkish society, societal relations at large, but carried out this time through outright repression of the opposition. It stands in this tradition which is itself transforming. So we cannot say that markets no longer are as deregulated as before, but the emergence of a new class of super rich, super powerful corporations has now brought its own requirements, let's say. That class needs more and more of infrastructural investments or corporatization of social life, and is looking for new fields of profit extraction. And that is being done through repressive measures today. And as you are saying, the opposition is being criminalized to the point that the Istanbul mayor was arrested in March. And apparently the move is towards the criminalization of the main opposition party, which was the party that established the republic.
Mm-hmm.
So it has been an establishment party. Actually, there were resistance movements, like Gezi was a moment where several different sources of discontent converged and crystallized into a major outburst. But unfortunately, the removal of institutional and legal means of predictability and limits to the maneuvering power of the government, the convergence of more and more power in the hands of one single person, is making it possible for the regime to continue to suppress oppression or to crowd it out, to change the agenda and still keep on determining the game, the very arbitrary rules of the game, again and again. This time, the young youth, let's say, the university students in particular, led the way for the opposition to radicalize its discourse and call for a major alliance between oppositional forces in Turkey. But we're in the midst of that struggle, so we cannot predict. I mean, one characteristic of the new neoliberal fascistic temporality, let's say, is radical unpredictability. Even those in power do not know what the next move will be.